Wilkinson Chevy Cadillac Buick GMC welcomes you to the NFHS Network Game of the Week. Brought to you by New Image Media.
Welcome to Pinecrest High School in Pinehurst, North Carolina. Always like walking onto a small college campus when we come here. Absolutely. This is an awesome facility, awesome school, awesome community. The field, we don't see too many artificial surfaces we play on. Homecoming night here in at Pinecrest. Southern Lee comes in 3-3 to take on a Pinecrest team that I think the three of us agree are the front runners for the Sandhills Conference.
Absolutely.
All right, as long as we're, all in agreement. We're full house up in the booth tonight, full house here because it's homecoming. Southern comes in with one arm tied behind their backs. Talk about that, Nate.
Right, coming into the night, the leading rusher for the Southern Lee Cavaliers, number 8, Tyrese JoJo Douglas, is out with an arm injury, so we hope quick return for him. He's averaging right now 151 yards a game and has had 757 yards on the season, and he is dynamic.
To give context to the 151, this is a team in Southern Lee. If they put 220 in total offense up, it's been a good night for them. Very run-centric. This is a great group of running backs in this conference, and JoJo Douglas was kind of on the outside looking in coming into the season, and off to that big start was in that conversation with B.J. Brown from Lee County, with Zamir Spencer, who we're going to see here tonight at Pinecrest, with Zay Jones of Scotland. Talk about that group and talk about JoJo specifically and what Johnny Jones, his sophomore understudy, is going to have to do tonight to keep Southern in this.
He definitely has some big shoes to fill with JoJo. JoJo is the hard runner, runs with his full body. And Johnny comes in and he kind of get those 3 or 4 yard spurts every now and then. Every now and then, a break a longer run as we watched before. But JoJo was that every down back. So now you're moving your 1 to 2 down back to a every down back, shortening up your backfield as well. This is going to be a challenge, a real big challenge for him.
Now, guys, Southern already putting a new offense in this year with Coach Fred Blanks in his first year, whole new system. How much do you think having JoJo out of there shrinks the playbook, or do you think we'll see everything installed that we normally would have, Nate?
I think right now, looking at their disparity between their run and their pass offenses, I'm still expecting to see a real heavy run-centric offense tonight. Their quarterback on the season, now 6 games in, has 17 pass attempts.
All right, Robbie Sims was a transfer last year, and as a sophomore, everybody's fired up about it. They were doing some things on offense. They knew they had a lot of younger players coming through, but it just hasn't translated in the pass game thus far. I've had an eye on Southern to see if they might put a wrinkle in that offense, because there's another guy out there that can line up behind the under center. Yeah. I'm not going to speak it into existence, but I would be surprised if we don't see a little bit of rotation maybe at the quarterback position, just because they've got to get something going. And with JoJo out, it's a tough night. Here, Pinecrest 5-0. Richmond pushed them to the brink last week, and I was a little surprised by the scores. I think you guys were too. Richmond really down this year. Pinecrest was on top of the world. Richmond 2012, it was a late score from Pinecrest that sealed it. But what are we going to see from Pinecrest tonight, Nate?
I think Pinecrest, we're going to come out being led by number 3, Mason Conan, has 4 touchdowns, throwing touchdowns on the year, 634 yards. But don't let those stats deceive you. I watched this young man in warm-ups. I got here about 5:45 just to watch Mason Conan, and that young man is a gun slinger. He can move. He's very versatile in the pocket, being able to hit that ball on the run. So really exciting to watch. Their lead back you talked about earlier, number 23, Zamir Spencer, he's the guy. I mean, he is the guy who's going to get the majority of the carries.
And that's a departure from what we saw last year, because Spencer kind of became the lead back as the year went on, but they were kind of playing the hot hand. This year out of the gate, it's been Spencer, a lot of Spencer. He's a complete back, dynamic, hard runner. The defense, led by one of my favorite players in the conference, Jaden Batiste. Talk about what you've seen on him.
Jaden Batiste, I started watching film today because I wasn't sure when I was going to make it back. And this young man has a nose for the football. He moves very well laterally. His first step is really good. He's a ball hawk. He's good in coverage. He's real good at run defense. He played in the Shrine Bowl last year, going into his junior year. So definitely one to watch. I believe he's a junior.
He's a senior.
Senior. So definitely the kid to watch. He is, when I've talked to some of their defensive coaches that I coached with back in the day, He's the kid to watch. He's the kid that's going to be playing on Saturdays. I'm ecstatic to watch this kid play.
Well, the offense and the defense led by seniors for Pinecrest. Couldn't be more different on the other side of the ball, where you have to look up and down the roster to find seniors. A lot of sophomores, a lot of juniors for this Southern Lee team. Southern Lee, as long as I've been doing this is year 11, always has athletes.
Always.
The challenge for Coach Blanks will be to get them into space. We're going to go to the field as the kickoff is in the air, and we are underway, fielded at the 24-yard line and coming this direction. Cut back. And, I tell you what, was a step away from getting loose there. Number 2.
Julian McNeil on the reception there.
All right, Southern Lee will take over 1st and 10 right at the 30-yard line. And, again, they're going to have to diversify this offense a little bit. This Pinecrest team, too big, too talented. You're not going to be able to beat it doing one thing. So they're going to have to throw the ball at least enough to keep them honest, or Pinecrest will start playing downhill. Coach Nick Eddins, in his 2nd year here at Pinecrest.
And Chris, you know we're going to see something that we don't see much in high school football anymore. The quarterback under center.
Yep, we'll see.
We don't see that much anymore.
Robbie Sims under center. We will see him under center most of the night. Sims comes out on 1st down, throws it high, and almost picked off.
Ball pass attempt there to number 5, Nasir Jones, junior wide receiver for the Cavaliers, just out of reach there for Mr. Jones.
Already something different.
Jaden Richards thought for a second he was going to have a pick. And here we go, 2nd and 10.
Coming out, Pinecrest coming in heavy in the both AA gap blitz here. Definitely wanting to push Southern Lee early. Southern Lee lined up still in that I formation.
There's the hand to Jones. Jones around the right side and cut down. Nice open field tackle there. Number 12 on the tackle.
William Miller coming in on the season, 27 tackles. I've come to the conclusion, number 12, William Miller is a guy that can do anything for the Patriots. He does their kickoff, he does their PATs, he does their punts, and he plays DB.
All right, 3rd and 5 here for Southern. On the right hash mark.
Southern Lee in the white, Pinecrest in the green and gold on the right side of your screens. Southern Lee white and orange on the left.
Sims drops, looking down the field. Has a man, and at the sticks, needed 5, got 6. That'll be a 1st down completion.
To number 5, Nasir Jones. That's the play they ran earlier on the 1st down, hoping to get some good yardage. Collected the 1st down, and that is a Shed Depot 1st down.
We're already seeing a little bit of change. Who would have thought already the first set of downs, 2 passes from Southern Lee?
Not what I was anticipating.
Not at all. Not at all. Coach Blanks is the old school football guy.
Yes, he is.
Pinecrest coming in.
Marine Corps football, they like to say over at Southern Lee. 1st and 10 from the 41. And here's the carry. Jones stopped in the backfield. He'll lose 4 on the carry.
Tackle made by number 2, Keegan Cole Bryan, coming in on the season. Junior linebacker, 30 tackles. Read that toss from the get-go.
Well, and Southern Lee doesn't want to get behind the sticks. So important that they get a chunk here to set up 3rd and manageable.
Brings up a 2nd and 14 for the Cavaliers.
I got to say, Pinecrest has the best field in the conference.
It's a good
well, they just paid $100,000 for it.
I was going to say, this is a new carpet here. All right, Sims rolls. Looking, has a man caught. And that will get them the chunk they needed.
Reception there by number 3, Mike Blanks, middle linebacker and running back and wide receiver there for the Cavaliers. Will bring up a 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5 for the Cavaliers.
That was Brett Blanks. You're excused. You said Mike Blanks.
Oh, my apologies.
You're excused. There are 3 Blanks brothers on this Southern Lee team.
I tell you, Southern has 3 brothers. Lee County, 3 brothers. It might be a Lee County thing. There we go. Not often you catch that. All 3 on varsity.
Well, even bigger than that, last year they had the 3 brothers here at Southern all on varsity as underclassmen. Marcus, the oldest who plays on the line both ways, is finally a senior. So we'll have the Blanks brothers starting to age out here before too long.
Looking at a 4th and 2 here for the Cavaliers. Robbie Sims goes over, gets the play call from Coach Fred Blanks, showing no intention of putting on his punt team here. I love the chance here, going for gold. Robbie Sims under center.
Pinecrest shows pressure, bracks out, and the quarterback sneak needed 2, gets 5. So Sims with calling his own number there.
Good call there from number 4, Sims. I don't think that was the original play call. Pinecrest stunted out to a wide front 4, leaving both sides a gap available. Now Sims taking advantage.
You know, in the pregame, you know, not a lot of optimism about Southern Lee and their chances here, but Southern, you know, this is a team that nobody outside of that building expected to have 3 wins at this point in the season. Has already kind of shocked the world a little bit as they get 9 on the first down carry.
Carry there by number 9, Kamari Davis, junior fullback. Also plays middle linebacker with 35 tackles on the season. Coming in at 6'1", 205. Kamari toting the ball heavy there.
Well, and you know, we talked about the I formation, but what's lost in that is they actually have a fullback that plays like a classic fullback.
Yeah. Don't see that much anymore. Tell you that.
All right, so Southern sustaining the drive, and Pinecrest can't get that offense wound up without getting onto the field. So looking for a 3rd straight first down here. 2nd and 1. There's the throw out into the flat, and it's on the carpet, and that'll bring up 3rd and 1. Looking for Brett Blanks there again.
Well, Chris, you know, last year we also talked, when we talked about Southern Lee, we talked about the starters on the field could play with anybody.
Yeah.
As the game continues to go on and teams with deeper rosters begin to lean on those players, as you look at Pinecrest sideline, there's no shortage of players on the sideline over here.
Well, and Jerry, critical, you know, saying that, you know, a lot of times teams will, if they're outmatched physically, they'll come in and they'll try to do something they're not accustomed to. Yep. We're watching Southern here with a very methodical pace, you know, taking the play clock down, huddling up, and there's Jones with the big run, cuts it back up the middle, and he'll have 11 on the carry, and that's another Shed Depot first down for Southern.
Southern Lee really putting together a good methodical drive here. I think the key for Southern Lee tonight is definitely going to have some clock management and keep the ball out of Mason Conan's hands.
Well, and that was my point, Nate, is that Southern does this every week. This is not them game planning for Pinecrest where they're like, okay, we might throw ourselves off rhythm because we're taking more time. They know they have a relatively thin roster when you're talking about playing, you know, big 3A and 4A schools. They just don't dress as many guys, so they know we've got to, you know, limit the possessions and keep all these guys off the field that are going to have to play both ways. So Southern is very comfortable doing this, and there's a certain amount of frustration, Jerry, that comes with that on the other side.
Man, I'm telling you, when you're sitting there coaching and you cannot stop this basic I offense and they're just powering through right now, it's the most irritating thing in the world. They go burn 6 minutes off the clock and you haven't even touched the ball yet. It drives you nuts.
Hey, me and Chris watched Southeast Guilford have basically put Lee Senior at eight plays the first half.
Yep.
Chris, is that what it was? 8.
It might not have been 8.
8 plays in a whole half.
The offense can't score if they don't have the ball.
All right, no gain for Jones on that carry, and now 3rd and 5. 4 down territory, gentlemen?
Yes.
It's a must.
Now, one thing Southern Lee does have that they have had for the last 10 years is a McCullum at the kicker position coming in on the season, 20 for 25 with a 38-yard long. So that would be stretching it. He'd be at 32 here.
Sims on play action. Bought him some time and caught and out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Great ball
Yeah, that was a great ball fake.
Ball fake. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for there.
I'll help you out.
Reception there by number 9, Kamari Davis. That fullback coming into the flats there, catching that ball right at the first down and getting out of bounds. Good play there by Southern Lee.
Really was. And he bought himself time with that pass rush because the right end came around, had a shot, and then took it upfield because he didn't realize Sims still had the ball.
Ooh, there's number 3 bursting through the hole, Mike Blanks on the carry. Pinecrest had a lot of green and gold there in the backfield. Blanks just fought everything he could, get a little bit past the line of scrimmage. We'll bring back 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line.
All right, Sims from the eye.
Sims, get set up and go, young man. You don't have to wait for him.
All right, the hand is to Jones.
Jones
Jones is going to score.
Jones is going to go right in.
Southern.
Touchdown, Southern.
Out to the early 6-0 lead.
Southern Lee going to bring on Brian McCullum, the 4th McCullum boy, I believe, to come through. Maybe the 3rd.
3rd, I believe. But you're forgiven if we've got that wrong. He might have, I mean this when I say this, he might have the biggest leg at this point in his high school career of any of the young men that have come through before it. And that's saying something.
It was funny. I got to coach Richard at multiple levels, his middle brother, and when you would talk to Freddie, his oldest brother, they all said Brian was going to be the kid.
Well, and Freddie and Richard both went on to play on Saturdays and kick in college football. And I would imagine there is a 3rd McCullum going to follow in their footsteps.
I tell you, man, Southern is known to be a host of great family names. I mean, you had the Harringtons, you have the McCullums, you've had the Millettes, and they all have made, great sports careers, man. That's something special.
Hey, don't forget the Cochrans now.
Oh,
New generation of Cochrans coming circa, 2038?
Going to Lee County?
Yeah, hey, man.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, Southern. Southern here to shock the world today, guys. It's homecoming.
Southern up 7-0.
Schedule us for homecoming if you want to.
4:43 left to go in the first quarter here. Man.
Well, and
who would have thought?
Well, we've seen some homecoming.
Fred Blanks would have thought.
7 minutes and 13 seconds taken off the clock.
We've definitely seen some homecoming upsets so far this year. Lee County being upset at homecoming by Union Pine, so hey.
What's another one?
Yeah. Oh, there ought to be that one.
High spinner. That's going to hit the ground. That's going to be dangerous. All right, fielded cleanly. And here comes the return. Nice open field tackle.
Tackle made by number 3, Mike Blanks from the Cavaliers.
And we talked about, the group of running backs in this conference. Mike Blanks for the last 2 years, maybe for the last 3 years, been in the conversation as one of the best linebackers in this conference. He is a heck of a ball player, gentlemen. All right, Pinecrest looking to answer here. Last thing in the world you want to do is feed the belief that Southern obviously came down to Southern Pines or to Pinehurst with. Everything in Moore County is named Pines for anybody at home that's not familiar with the area. And there's the first down run. He's going to cut that back and wrapped up, and it'll be dropped, gain of 9 on the run.
Sorry, trying to find a number here on this one, guys. I apologize.
26.
26, Chris Najum on the carry for the Patriots. Mason Conan back, the pistol formation. Pinecrest coming out in trips formation to the bottom of your screen on the wide side. One single receiver up at the top of your screen.
Ooh, false start. I think everybody had the snap count right except the center.
That's going to back them up, make it a 2nd and 7 here for the Patriots.
What number is this?
23. Oh, they even got him mic'd up white hat tonight.
Fancy.
Fancy.
All right. Conan from the pistol. That's right on the edge of being shotgun there.
Yeah.
All right, the hand again is to Najim, and he's not going to get outside. That Southern Lee defense can do a couple things real well. Pursue and flow to the ball is right at the top of that list. He's going to lose 2 on the carry, and this will bring up 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd and 8 for the Patriots.
We're scanning the sideline furiously.
I'm not seeing Spencer.
Nor
23?
am I. Looking for 23, Zamir Spencer. We knew that Pinecrest was banged up. I had not heard that Spencer might be a scratch, so don't know. We'll wait and see.
And he is on the sideline with a hoodie on. So he is not dressing tonight.
All right, Conan pulls it, gets it out of there and throws it
into the dirt.
Thing at the
we got a late flag coming from the side judge. Going to be in the territory of pass interference, but good gracious, was that ball catchable?
Looking for Elijah Melton. It's going to depend on if it's a hold or a pass interference. That's a tough call, man.
Man, that ball was thrown 4 feet below his feet.
And you're pretty close to the line of scrimmage where that came out at. That initial contact, that's going to be a bailout for Pinecrest if it is on the defender. So 3rd and 8, Pinecrest instead of 3 and out.
Did Chris Metzger pray for these umpires beforehand? Did I say that?
So 5 yards and an automatic 1st down for Pinecrest. So the drive will remain intact. Really bad looking pass there.
Definitely uncatchable.
All right, Conan from the pistol. Brings Melton in motion. Now he'll hand straight ahead, and that's looking awful Chris Metzger-like there with that misdirection. Not a veer alignment, but definitely a veer-inspired call there. All right, 2-yard gain for Najim on that carry.
Brings up a 2nd and 8 here for the Patriots. I was watching Elijah Melton in warm-ups. That young man is not afraid to go up and get the ball, so definitely watch for a deep threat coming from Melton.
All right, Conan pulls, gets it over the top, looking for him and overthrew it, which is tough to do. Melton not a short target.
Melton coming in at 6'5", 190 pounds, and watching him in warm-ups, he is every bit of 6'5". Brings up a 3rd and 9, another long 3rd down here for the Patriots.
Not too many games you watch when both starting tailbacks are out. This could be changing for both teams. Big change for both teams.
All right, Conan rolling to his right. Here comes the pursuit, and he wings it out there.
Ball's
That's going to be picked.
Cavalier
going the other way. Southern Lee will be set up at the 48-yard line. Conan on his 2nd pass of the night floated it out there, and the defender ran the route for him. Who got the pick, guys?
Looked like
number 3, Mike Blanks on the interception.
The do-it-all linebacker, I told you, one of the better linebackers around.
Football IQ.
Mason Conan telegraphing that pass the entire way.
Well, and you said
Blanks was there the entire way.
You said he was a gunslinger, and he will try to fit it in.
That was a
this
bad
time
fit.
they're made to pace. So 1st and 10 from the 48 going the other way. And Southern, last thing you want to do is give a team confidence. They've got to be feeling pretty good about this. And I'm sure the plan here is let's take the rest of the first quarter and some more off. How much time do we have left in the quarter?
2:11 left to go in the first quarter here. I was just about to say they're going to try to eat this whole clock up. Not sure what the ref disparity is here to get this up and going.
I thought they were looking at replay. You know, all turnovers are reviewed. Oh, wait a minute. All right, Robbie Sims out of the eye.
State legislator just said that's not okay.
Kamari Davis straight ahead. And that's, you know, that play right there is about as old as football, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
That
Fullback
belly.
dive.
Yes, sir.
All right. Davis adds to his total.
Brings up a 2nd and 6 here for the Cavaliers in no rush. 1:45 and counting on the clock. Sims under center.
Sims drops. Now he's going to pull it, and he sneaks out of there. He's got a little room to run, and he will be tripped up. He has 7, 8 on the carry. Give him 9 on the carry, and a first down for Southern Lee. Nifty footwork there by Sims.
Taking it all the way down to the Patriots' 39-yard line. That clock continues to click here, 1:15 and counting down. Double A gap blitz coming. Here it is.
And they go, ooh, I tell you what, good ankle tackle in the backfield there. Stops him for no gain as they umpile. That's number 2 for Pinecrest. Keegan Boyle-Bryan, who saved a big play because that A-gap pressure ran right past everything.
Brings up a 2nd and 10. Southern Lee doing a good job just getting back to the line of scrimmage on that play.
So I know Southern Lee also has a grandson of our sound and wire and editing guy, Wynn, that's downstairs. Am I correct
Wynn
about
Crazley, yes, he does. His grandson out there for Southern Lee. All right, pulls that and gets away with one there. That play was messy from the beginning. Sims' arm was hit as he released it. That thing floated out there, and Cole Bryan thought he was going to have a pick, not able to come up with it.
Southern Lee attempting a pop pass there, faked the fullback dive and hit the tight end, and Sims just about paid for that one.
All right, you got man coverage on Mike Blanks up at the top of the screen, number 6. I would try to do something to him. Oh, here comes pressure. Sims rolls, sets his feet. They're going to get a hold. That's going to come back. Pinecrest lets another interception hit the deck. I think there was a hold behind Sims, but how heads up was that, man? Ran to the line of scrimmage and then squared up. That's really a good awareness.
Good play from that young man.
Probably should have tucked it and kept on running. Not that it would have mattered given the hold. Pinecrest with a decision to make. Do you let him have? Yep, they're going to decline it and bring up 4th and 10.
Southern Lee is going to take the first time out of the game. That will leave them with 2, Pinecrest 3. We're going to take a quick break. We've got 13.9 seconds left to go in the first quarter to get a word from our sponsors.
WilkinsonCars.com. Come visit us at 3335 NC 87 South and test drive
one
of our
many
different vehicles. Or check out our state-of-the-art service department.
I try to isolate Brett.
Our teams can have you back on the road in no time. We're right across from Walmart at 3335 NC 87 South. Schedule your appointment online at WilkinsonCars.com or call us at 919-775-3421. We guarantee we're the place to be at Wilkinson Chevrolet Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
It looks like.
All right.
They are not about to attempt. Southern Lee.
Why not?
About to kick a 56-yarder.
Come on, man.
Look.
Come on, man.
I know that the white hat
man.
pushing the refs back.
Come on, man.
Get to your position. We got a
Brian
kicker.
McCullum, I'm sure he'll tell you he can hit this thing from here. It's off a perfect track.
56-yarder.
There's no wind. Clear night. Brian McCullum for 56.
I say watch the fake.
Hold us down. Kick is up. He's
nope, it's short.
Not quite got enough.
This is a live ball.
Fielded about 8 yards deep.
I can understand that. Okay. I understand it. Bring it back to the 20, correct?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean that's some big time confidence in your protection. But McCullum gave it a run. He came up needed about 5-6 more yards of oomph in that. But high school rules.
I'm not mad at that.
High school rules. That's
you can do that, or you can punt it through the end zone.
Yeah.
So it comes back out to the 20.
Don't hate it, actually.
I don't hate it.
No, I don't either.
Don't hate it.
I don't hate it
Not
at all.
I don't either. And given the field position, they couldn't sell out because you could have had a fake coming. So, look at Fred Blanks out-strategizing everybody. All right, 1st and 10 for Pinecrest, looking to do better than their first drive.
And maybe their punter is one of the ones that are injured, and so this was just a better
That's
option.
a possibility.
There's a
that
hold like
Pinecrest
crazy.
gets away with.
Never going to get that call here in Pinehurst.
All right, number 26, Najim with another carry there. He'll have 4, 5. Where are they going to mark that? 5 on the carry.
5 on the carry.
That was that's about as blatant a hold as you're going to see that doesn't get called. All right,
Pinecrest coming out in a doubles formation, tight on the backside.
Oh,
50-50
there, and Melton mistimed his jump. Probably should have just run through that. Blanks there on the coverage, and we'll have 3rd and 5 for Pinecrest.
Whoa.
Conan yet to complete a pass, 0 for 3 now with a pick.
That's not the ball I was anticipating.
Well, pressure there came from number 11 for Southern Lee off that right edge.
Jamari Hall.
Made him throw it a little bit higher than he would have liked, but that wasn't a great looking ball coming out of there. All right, Conan, 3rd and 5. Low snap. Now he's going to throw it backwards into space. Najim makes one man miss. Won't make the second man miss. Ball's out. And
looks like Southern Lee has it.
That. Let's
Might
see.
have it.
Nobody jumping around for Southern.
Whoa.
So close to a turnover for Southern deep in Pinecrest territory. Instead, it'll bring up 4th and
End of the quarter.
And into the quarter.
Yes, sir.
so 4th and 2 for Pinecrest. They're going to have a decision to make here. 4th and 1 by the time they get done placing the ball. We'll let them talk about it. And in the meantime, we'll take a quick break. You're watching the NFHS Game of the Week.
Are you ready to sell your home and don't know which realtor to choose? Well, not all realtors are the same. I'm Crystal Copas, and I don't just stick a sign in the yard, throw it in the MLS, and hope to collect a commission. I provide a customized marketing plan that includes professional staging, photography, videography, and drone at no cost to you. Contact me, Crystal Copas, with RE/MAX Real Estate Service, and let's get your house sold. 919-356-5402 or visit me at crystalcopas.com.
All right, welcome back to Pinecrest, North Carolina, here in Moore County. If you're watching somewhere out of the area and you have a chance to get to Moore County, the golf here is as good as
we've got a flag.
anywhere.
We've got a flag on the backside that I have no idea what in the world that's out there
Well,
for.
we wondered what they were talking about. They were talking about whether they were going to finish the quarter with an untimed down, I would imagine. All right, let's see what the call is. Got them mic'd up, haven't heard anything.
White Hat's got to come out here and say something.
He's over there explaining it to Fred Blanks, who doesn't look impressed with the answer.
They've got the ball set back at the original line of scrimmage before the play was set. And
So, what?
We still have, here comes the signal. Are you kidding
an
me?
inadvertent whistle?
That
And they're going to replay the down? Are you kidding me? Only at Pinecrest High School,
Who's
folks.
home cooking?
Only at Pinecrest, folks.
All right, so this will be an untimed down to finish up the second quarter. Conan from the gun, 3rd and 5. We're going to do this again. He fakes. Nope. Sends it up the middle, and they will not get it. So that's a 2-yard gain when they needed 5, and that'll bring up 4th and 3. And Coach Edens, who plays it fairly close to the vest, will send out the punt team. Najim on the carry there.
So, do they not change side of the field? This is what I'm wondering. I'm wondering.
I think they're still
how-
technically playing in the first quarter.
How is this
They
happening?
should not now be. There they
Okay,
go.
okay.
There they
go.
are.
All right, I had it right. Untimed down.
Oh, my goodness.
So I'm assuming what happened there is on contact before the fumble, they blew the play dead.
Maybe they got some beef stew cooking on the stove or something.
What? Well, we'll stay here as they change ends. Jerry, what do you see so far?
I see a full moon. That's what I see.
The moon, for all of those at home who can't see, beautiful coming over the right side of the field.
That's what I see.
We've seen 20 seconds late pass interference. We've seen blatant bear hugs not called and an inadvertent whistle to prevent a fumble recovery. That's what we've seen.
They all got to stop. We may not get invited back to Pinecrest. That is a beautiful moon, by the way.
That is a beautiful moon.
You know what? This facility, I've been doing this for a long time, Nate. You have too.
Right.
But remember when we used to be on top of the press box? This is already a ways up here. But on top of the press box, it really feels like you're on top of the world. Glad that we're actually allowed in the building now. Big booming punt. And fair catch signaled by Southern right at the 42-yard line by Brett Blank, Southern Lee will take over with their third possession. Touchdown first time out. Missed a 56-yard field goal attempt. Sort of a heat check for Brian McCullum there. And now 11:52. You got a Pinecrest team hadn't had a first down on offense, save for that suspect pass interference call you referenced.
I'm really impressed with that field goal strategy. I kind of like that.
The longer I think about it, Jerry, the more I like it.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
All right, Sims drops. Got a man over the middle and tripped up after a gain of 7. That's Mike Blanks on the catch, playing double duty, going both ways here.
Now what are they calling? What's the issue here?
Got to be a uniform situation.
Number 3, Mike Blanks has to come off the field. Southern Lee has to put someone back on.
They did.
Okay.
Put number 2. Is that Julian
McNeil?
That is the brother of the late Wendell Hill, who was a legend at Southern Lee.
I coached Wendell.
Yes, sir.
All right, Sims going to sneak it again. And this one goes just as well as the first one did. Needed 3, got 5. Sims now with 3 carries for 19 yards.
Wendell Hill, someone who had more talent than just about anybody else in the last 10 years.
Man, amazing football player.
Amazing football player.
All right, first down. First down. First down for Southern Lee. Jones will take the handoff in the backfield, picking his way, stopped short, just short of line of scrimmage, a loss of 1 on the carry. 8 carries now for 23 yards for Jones.
I got to give Pinecrest students a big shout out. You don't never see, everybody's here, man. And maybe because it's homecoming, but everybody is here. They have these stands full. Amazing to me.
Pinecrest has always put together a good, and I'll say production, from the band to the fans to the student section. They do it right. Dive there for the Cavaliers will bring up a 3rd and 10. That was a gain of 1.
Got to say, maybe it's just a Moore County thing, because Union Pines does a fantastic
job.
Agree. You know, the band's top shelf, always a fun crowd, no matter what the scoreboard says. All right, 3rd and 10 now for the Cavaliers. Just, putting it out there. If they try a field goal from here, it'd be 62 yards. Sims drops, pressure. He rolls, gets away from it.
We're going to have another hold.
And that's going to negate a 11-yard first down pass. He found Mike Blanks there. They're going to get a hold, I'm sure.
Yeah, that one was legit. Pinecrest starting to put all sorts of wrinkles into this defensive calling. They're bringing linebackers from all over.
And, you know, if there are any Lee County boosters listening at home, come down here and check out this big screen. Just saying.
Please do.
All right, 3rd and 20 now for
in the turf field.
All right. So they've got man coverage down here at the bottom of the screen. Nazir Jones, now they're going to hand it off and makes a couple of moves. They'll get 2, Jones will, on the carry. 4th and 18 coming up, and
Southern Lee looking like they're going to be in the punting formation here. Back for the Patriots looks like number 15. Is that right?
69. 15.
15.
Yep, that's him.
Jaden Conkle for the Patriots. Number 69, Caleb Waters for the Cavaliers.
Nice.
Look at that.
Big blooming.
Sends the returner back, and fair catches at the 10.
And that was 14. I'm sorry, sorry, Nate.
14, Ricardo Mercado.
Caleb Waters, 6'4", 270 at the punter position, showing some versatility.
Put some leg in that thing too, man. Nice punt.
All right, Pinecrest got to get untracked here on offense.
7-0 with 8:38 left in the first half. Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Just not much going on offense for Pinecrest thus far.
Who would have thought this is Pinecrest's second possession?
Third possession.
This third possession?
Yep.
1 first down, and that one came by way of penalty. This time they're backed up all the way at their own 10. Conan, hands, and ball carrier's going to get outside. Is that Najim again? It is Chris Najim. He's gotten all of the carries for Pinecrest thus far. Favorable spot there, man. They gave him that last fall forward there after it looked like forward progress was stopped. 7 carries for 26 yards now for Najim. Like I said, he's got all of the positive yardage for this offense thus far. Change at tailback now. Into the game, number 4, Jalen Morgan. He'll line up in the backfield with Conan. Conan moves him to his left. Takes a snap, fakes. Pressure coming, slings it out there. I tell you what, that pressure is immediate.
Mason Conan just gets absolutely crushed by number 11, Jamari Hall, and I would assume one of the Blanks boys.
Well, Jamari Hall, that's the second time that he's been in the face of Conan and made Conan get rid of it early and high.
Conan looking shook up after that.
After one snap in the backfield, Morgan checks out. Najim is back in there. 3rd and 3. Big play for Pinecrest here. 7:50 left in the half. Here's the snap. Hands to Najim. Najim trying to get to the right. Takes it, cuts it back up the middle, and will just have the first down. Needed 3, got 4. And I tell you, Nate, the last couple times I've seen Pinecrest play, even when they had a running back with a hot hand, you saw a lot of different guys touching the football.
Mm-hmm.
So far, 4 passes, all incompletions. Najim, 8 carries for 30 yards, and that is the extent of the offense. That's a long ball down the right side. That was never there. 0 for 5 now for Conan. And these aren't even close.
Elijah Melton there. Looks like he almost abandoned his route at times, but that ball was way overthrown.
Well, maybe the pressure's in his head because that came out a whole lot earlier than it needed to. Protection looked like it was going to hold up.
Good coverage there again by number 6, Brett Blanks. Brings up a 2nd and 10 here.
All right, they've got Melton lined up in that tight formation. Watch for some, well, they got a bunch formation down there now. We're going to change it up a little bit. You said when we talked earlier today, Nate, this is a team that runs a lot of different formations at you. Najim with space to the 2nd level, and he'll pick up 13 on the carry. That was a good-looking play. But you said this is a team that does a lot of the same things on offense all the time. They just give you a lot to look at. Talk about that.
Right, so one theory is you take 10 or 12 plays that you're really, really good at, and you out-formation people. And what the thought process is there is you're going to, figure out if they're in zone or man, and then you're going to push them into different situations that they might be uncomfortable with purely based on formation.
All right, the hand is to Najim again. This time he's out around the right side, and he's starting to get yards in chunks, forced out at the 34-yard line. .31 on the carry for Najim, and he's starting to get loose, and that bunch formation causing Southern some trouble. They're going to get a timeout, and they want to diagnose this wrinkle that they're seeing for the first time. 74 yards on 10 carries now for Najim. And Pinecrest wants to talk about it. While they do, we'll take a break. 6:39 to go, 7-0 Southern.
Funnel cakes at Zaxby's? Sweet! Fried to perfection and dusted with powdered sugar? Sweet! Paired with a caramel sauce that's great for dipping, dunking, or drizzling? Sweet! Woo, saucy! Zaxby's.
Zaxby's new Philly. The garlic aioli, grilled peppers and onions with melty cheese make it a Philly, but the chicken makes it Zaxby's. Try it fried or grilled.
Woo, saucy! Zaxby's.
Welcome back here to Pinecrest High School, the NFHS Game of the Week, brought to you by Wilkinson Chevrolet Cadillac. Pinecrest starting to really move the ball here on the Cavaliers 35-yard line. Najim starting to really get ahead of steam here, starting to move that ball. Let's see what Coach Fred Blanks and his defense can do to try to stop this Pinecrest rush. Pinecrest coming out in that bunch formation again, giving them lots of extra blockers. Chris Najim back at the tailback position, hand off to him again. They're going to try to get the edge. He's got it. He's going to take it all the way up to the 32-yard line.
Ball on the ground.
Let's see what Southern lead looks like. They're cheering for it. No,
not tonight.
Not tonight. Not at Pinecrest.
Not at Pinecrest.
That will bring up a 2nd and 6 here for the Patriots. A lot of substitutions coming in and out for the Patriots. Kid to watch out, Elijah Melton here on the bottom of your screen. Coming in a wide trips formation with one solo receiver over the top. Southern Lee here at cover 0. Patriots going to send 32 in motion. That is Cole Harrison's.
Big game there. Right up
Chris
the middle of the
Najim
field.
right up the middle. Motion had Southern Lee moving all over the place. Chris Najim is going to take the ball all the way up to the Shed Depot red zone, all the way to the 9-yard line. That will bring up 1st and goal for the Patriots.
22-yard run there.
Yep. This is starting to get the formation and the movements that you see with these big 4A programs where they're really starting to confuse defenses. Southern Lee still sitting in that cover 0 formation.
There it is.
Mason Keenan, throw to number 17, Mackay Carey on the slant route. That's going to be a Patriots touchdown.
Well, Nate, we knew it wasn't going to take too long for them to get on the board. Great set. That was some great play calling right there.
That was some great play calling.
Great play calling.
Southern Lee put a whole bunch in the box, left one-on-one out there on the edges, and brought a bigger, stronger receiver on the slant route. Put it up for 6. Kick is up, kick is good. Number 12, William Miller, makes it 23 for 25 on the season. We're going to take a quick break from our sponsors. We're 7-7 with 5:39 left to go here in the second quarter at Pinecrest High School.
At the Shed Depot of North Carolina, we believe there's a better way to buy a shed. One where all the selection, all the quality, and all the service are in one place to make your buying experience easier. Visit our sales center located just off US Highway 1 in Sanford, or get started today at ShedDepotNC.com to view in-stock models or to design your perfect shed using our 3D design tool.
Welcome back to the NFHS Game of the Week here in Pinehurst, North Carolina. Beautiful home to the 2024 U.S. Open. I've got my tickets. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm excited.
Nope, Nate, I'm not going to sit here and act like
I
don't have them.
You're not. That's okay.
I don't have them. It's okay, man.
How about those corporate tickets, on the corporate swipe? I didn't mind putting $7,000 on the corporate swipe.
Yes, sir.
William Miller back to kick. Good placement kick. Cavaliers looking. He better get that ball.
Ooh.
Whoa, that dangerous.
Really close.
Great kick there by number 12, William Mary. Reception by number 2, Julian McNeil. Man, that was dangerous. It looked like that ball was going to go out of bounds, but it just hit and died. Great play by special teams there for the Patriots. Could have debatably been a late hit. This would bring a Cavalier first down on their own 22-yard line. 5:39 left to go. This Cavalier offense, not a group of young men and coaches that like to move the ball quickly. So we're not in that 2-minute drill yet, but we're starting to get there. Southern Lee needs to string together a good series.
Great.
Whoa, bad snap.
And
looks like it's going to be
this is not
Patriots ball. Man. Turnover, the mishandle by Sims and his center, brought to you by an 8-gap blitz from Jaden Baptiste. Boy, that was bad for the Cavaliers. That will
not
be
what they was looking for.
A Patriots first down on the 20-yard line going in, looking to put up another quick 6.
You don't want to, if you're Southern, you don't want to give Pinecrest this type of momentum at all.
Absolutely. This is a team that could really hurt you in the long run. Son, get out there. Really good team coming in at 5-0, beat some quality opponents. Definitely don't want to let them get ahead of steam. Keenan on the keep himself, going to get all the way down to the 16-yard line for a gain of 4. Will bring up 2nd and 6 in the Remax red zone.
Who was that number 1 on the carry?
Oh, you're right. That was not number 1 we don't have on a roster.
They slid him in.
Slid him in here. So if number 1's mom and dad are at home watching us, we apologize. Handoff.
Big hit there.
Ooh, big hit there. Handoff was to number 26, Chris Najum, on another carry for 3 there. We'll bring up 3rd and 3.
Mike Blanks with a nice hit.
On the 14-yard line. In the Remax red zone, brought to you by Crystal Copus and her slew of realtors. If you're looking to buy, sell, rent space, have commercial property, call Crystal Copus and Remax.
All right, 3rd and 4 here for the Patriots. There's a snap. Throw high and deep in the back of the end zone. Caught by Melton.
That is a touchdown by number 0, Elijah Melton.
14 on the reception.
Woo! Quick points there after the turnover for the Patriots.
And Pinecrest will look to add the extra point here.
William Miller back to
now.
Cody Hansen.
14-7. Cody Hansen in at quarterback, number 1. We finally cracked the code. All right, we'll take a quick break as Pinecrest out on top 14-7 over the Southern Lee Cavaliers. We'll be right back after these messages.
90 years ago, First Bank was
So
founded.
who caught the touchdown pass?
You know, First
Elijah
Bank,
Melton.
the one where you are greeted by name,
And that was
the one
22
dedicated
yards.
to the
No, how
community,
far?
and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. My name is Rich Trogdon, and we are First Bank.
Welcome back to the NFHS Game of the Week, brought to you by Wilkinson Chevrolet Cadillac. Pinecrest had a quick turnover on the Cavaliers' 20-yard line and put up points quickly with 4:11 left to go in the first half. Southern Lee came out to a quick lead, 7-0, and now they're down 14-7. Oh, gentlemen, what a first half here we've had in Pinehurst.
Well, Southern Lee gets to make it interesting if they can walk this ball down the field and get points before halftime. A 3-and-out to let this suddenly scalding hot Pinecrest offense back on the field would be a disaster. So we'll see how loose Coach Blanks wants to play it. But the first thing is you got to transition here and keep hold of the ball. And there's a defensive tackle on the return.
Number 11.
He's been a menace in the backfield.
Big return, Jamari Hall.
Hall, who's had a couple of quarterback pressures, one of the up-backs, says, Coach, I can do a lot of
Almost
things.
flipped the field on him there.
Almost.
Yes, so Southern's got a short field. They take over at the 46, 1st and 10.
How often do you see that?
Not often. Not often.
Not from the defensive tackle.
Call it 21 on the return by Jamari. All right. Down to this wide side. They had a big play to Brett Blanks, number 6, who's here on the near side, wiped out because of penalty. I'm surprised Pinecrest is playing him tight, playing him man up. Sims rolling, looking. He's got him down the middle and underthrows it. Almost picked. Pinecrest batting that ball around a lot in the secondary, not able to come up with a pick yet.
There was a lot of green and gold. A lot of green and gold in that area.
And Sims had a lot of space to run.
He did. He was running for his life, and as he came clean, 1, he delivered the ball late, and 2, he didn't take advantage because the defenders realized they were beaten. Everybody took off after Blanks. All of that in its 2nd and 10. Sims now going to try that sneak again, and Pinecrest seen that one too many times. There's a Cavalier helmet comes off. Sims is going to have 2 yards. 3rd and 8 coming up. Can only go to the well so many times. Unless you're Southern playing Western Hornet circa, I don't know, 2014?
Hey, we're running trap. Hey, we're running trap.
Yeah.
Hey, we're running trap. In case you weren't aware, we're running trap. That was disrespectful.
That was,
and I apologize.
I have never, ever seen anything like what happened. Southern, who playing good football back then, went down there and lost a game where there were, I don't know, 15 quarterback traps run.
Who knows?
Wow.
Who knows?
I think Don Simon somewhere is still rolling over, trying to figure out what happened there. All right, Sims, 3rd and 8. Drops. Looking for Blanks. Not on the same sheet of music there. Blanks seemed to cut it back toward the line of scrimmage. Sims led him out there a little bit, and that brings up 4th down, and they've only run about 1:12 off the clock with that drive. They're going to keep the offense on the field, and you know what? Homecoming on the road, why not?
Got to.
Southern Lee, this is kind of a, you hate to say do or die early on, this early into the game, but that's what it's kind of feeling like right now. Try to keep some momentum out of the Patriot sails.
All right, Sims under center from the eye. Fakes, rolls into pressure, now gets out, now jumps loose, has a man, throws it, it's popped up in the air, and yet again touches the hands of a Pinecrest defender and falls harmlessly to the turf, but that's a turnover on downs and a Shed Depot 1st down for Pinehurst, going the other way.
So 2:52 left to go in the 2nd quarter here. Pinecrest, if I'm their offensive coordinator, which I'm not, I'm taking a chance here.
Well, Cody Hansen back into the game. Yeah, why not?
Well,
I disagree with you. I think I put it in Najim's belly and let him do damage. They seem to have worked out a blocking scheme that's effective against a Southern Lee team. Southern with a man down right now. They'll take a break to attend to him. And the last thing in the world that Southern can afford is yet another injury to an impact player. But while they tend to the injured Cavalier, we will take a quick break. You're watching the NFHS Game of the Week. We'll see you on the other side.
WilkinsonCars.com. Come visit us at 3335 NC 87 South and test drive one of our many different vehicles. Or check out our state-of-the-art service department and collision center, where our team can have you back on the road in no time. We're right across from Walmart at 3335 NC 87 South. Schedule your appointment online at WilkinsonCars.com or call us at 919-775-3421. We guarantee we're the place to be at Wilkinson Chevrolet Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
North Carolina, and they call it Pinecrest, and there are pine trees literally as far as the eye can see from where I'm at right now. This facility on both sides ringed by pine trees. This is a cool spot.
It
is a cool spot for high school football. This is the program that Chris Metzger built. No disrespect to anybody that came before him, but they built a legacy here, and Nick Edens has picked up that mantle.
Interesting Pinecrest trivia here. Before Chris Metzger was here, it was 2007. Pinecrest played a Lee County school, got beat 63-0, and the school board was voting that next Monday to disband the football program.
No, they were not.
I remember
and
that.
And then over the weekend, Chris Metzger was hired.
Wow. I did not know that.
Trivia.
What year? That has to be 25 years ago.
That was 2007.
Wow.
Nate, were you playing football then?
I was.
Or did you happen to be on that team?
I was.
All right, here's the run for Najim. Southern seems to have diagnosed this. All right, gain of 4 on the play for Najim.
Yeah, they were the school board was meeting the Monday night after Pinecrest traveled to Southern Lee High School. It got beat 63-0, and they were meeting to disband the Patriot football program. Wow. And over the weekend, someone pulled a rabbit out of their hat, brought Chris Metzger up from Florida, I believe. And today, the program is a truly state contender.
It really is.
Agreed.
And when you look, the most impressive part of his tenure here, when you go back and look at the number of young men that came through this program that played college football, it's staggering.
My gosh.
Staggering.
Oh, yeah. There was a run there where I felt like Pinecrest had 4 kids every year.
They really did. I mean, you're not just imagining that. So
every
false
year.
start there on Pinecrest. That'll back them up and make this a little bit more complicated, I believe.
And they had, and we're not talking small college ball.
No.
I mean, they had 3 to 4 kids that were playing Division I Saturdays on TV.
Oh, yeah.
I went back and counted a couple of years ago.
Oh, wow. Southern.
What in the world? Brings up a 3rd and 1 here.
Is that stew I smell?
That's that beef.
3rd and 1.
It has potatoes and carrots.
3rd and 1 for
I love a
here.
good pot roast.
Man, I'm telling you.
3rd and 1 for the Patriots.
Chris, you were talking about going and counting something up, and I was hoping it was going to be how many kids went on to play college football.
It was, and I've got it in my notes at home. Didn't pull it out today. But it is a staggering number. And I want to say it was about 70.
Golly.
Of course, Chris Metzger now has moved on and is down in Montgomery County, where he is not just the head football coach there at Montgomery County. He is the director of football operations for the district. When you're so good that they create a position, you know you're pretty good. All right, 1st and 10 now for Pinecrest after the gain of 2. Fakes the hand. Here comes pressure. That goes out, and that's a good-looking ball.
Elijah Melton.
He's going to walk in.
Wide open.
45 yards on the connection, and we might be seeing a changing of the guard here at quarterback. That's as good as it gets right there, buddy.
Elijah Melton running the wheel. Was it a wheel route? Was it a post route? I didn't catch to the backside.
I was watching
Nonetheless,
the backfield.
he was wide open, strolls into the end zone to make it 20-7 Patriots. William Miller hoping to make it 21-7. 1:09 left to go here in the first half.
Melton now 2 catches, 59 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's a pretty good night. Kick is up, kick is good. 1:09 to go, 21-7. Pinecrest over Southern Lee. We will be back after these messages with the kick to see if Southern's got an answer.
Are you ready to sell your home and don't know which realtor to choose? Well, not all realtors are the same. I'm Crystal Copas, and I don't just stick a sign in the yard, throw it in the MLS, and hope to collect a commission. I provide a customized marketing plan that includes professional staging, photography, videography, and drone at no cost to you. Contact me, Crystal Copas, with RE/MAX Real Estate Service, and let's get your house sold. 919-356-5402 or visit me at crystalcopas.com.
All right, Patriots, after an early scare, going down 7-0, have scored 21 straight on the Southern League Cavaliers. Cavaliers may be a little shell-shocked. Each kickoff has been a high spinner. Last time, Pinecrest got gashed and almost gave up a touchdown on the return. Let's see if they do something a little different here. Kick is away, and this is going to be a ground ball to short. Picked up. Nope, not picked up. Now falling on, and that's exactly what you're hoping for there. Johnny Jones kept looking up, trying to run with it. Wasn't able to pick it up, and gets 0 on the run back. Ball be spotted at the 20-yard line. Southern coming out. This not what they were looking to do, is get in these type situations where you're going to have to pick up the pace a little bit and try and get the ball down the field. Only one timeout left, I think. This beautiful board here at Pinecrest High School shows a lot of things, but it does not show timeouts, and I think Southern's called 2.
They have.
So to give a little update, a couple conference games in the area. Richmond County over Hoke right now, 21-0.
Feel like that Richmond County ship is getting headed in the right direction.
Also, Scotland over Union Pines, 21-0.
Tough matchup for Union Pines there.
Tough matchup.
Tough.
Well, we talk about Richmond. You know, everyone was throwing out the warning flags when they started 0-4. But let's not remember, their non-conference schedule was debatably the toughest non-conference schedule you could schedule in the state of North Carolina.
I mean, it's pretty close.
If it's not the toughest, I'd like to see which one.
Now, the other side of that argument was they weren't just getting beat, though.
They were
getting
blown out. You're right. I'm not disagreeing with that.
But Richmond, you know, I don't care what the record is. They've got the horses. They're always going to have skill position guys. They're going to be big. And traveling into that environment for anybody that has to go down there, it's unlike.
Oh, yeah.
Unlike a lot of things, unlike anything most high school football players are ever going to see. When they turn the lights out and get that thing going.
I have never been to a game at Richmond.
What?
Oh, what?
I've never been to a game at Richmond or Scotland.
Oh, we have to make that happen. That's bananas
the
that
night
you can
game?
say that. And
this year,
I don't even have words to describe what it's like. It's Scotland, and Richmond is even another level greater than Scotland.
When you get, it seems like when you get down to Scotland, you feel that this is football country.
It is. I mean, you've got a thousand. You've got 10,000 cars parked out in the field
everywhere. Everywhere.
All right, Sims drops. Now he's going to run. Probably needs to hold on to that, and he's going to scramble out of bounds after a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 3rd and 5.
28.6 seconds left to go here in the first half.
So just to give another update, we talked about the leading rusher in the conference early in the pregame. In the first quarter, Zay Jones over 100 yards rushing.
Well, we could do a whole podcast series on this group of running backs in this conference right now.
Amazing.
With Brown and Zay Jones and Zamir Spencer, who sadly we're not getting to see tonight, and JoJo Douglas in that mix. And I haven't even seen Richmond's backs yet. I'm sure they've got a good one over there. This is a special, special group. I mean, you look at Caleb Melton over there at Union Pines.
Yeah.
In a lot of conferences in North Carolina, he would be the best back.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, timeout from Pinecrest, 4th and 1 for Southern. 21 seconds to go. Pinecrest wants to get a crack at this thing, and the way Cody Hansen's throwing that football around right now, I don't blame him.
I don't blame him a bit.
Jerry, you said during the break, Cody Hansen a little Drew Brees-ish.
Yeah.
Not a very tall fella.
Not at all.
But, man, he can spin it.
Who does Hoke have tonight?
Richmond.
Yeah.
Hoke and Richmond.
Yeah, I got you right there, Nate.
Lee County, the Sandhills team that's off tonight. I wonder where Coach Bordeaux's at tonight. You reckon is he going to the Middle Creek game?
He said he was going to stay at home and watch a lot of games.
Well,
so,
that doesn't surprise me because he really does do that.
I agree.
Now, if he were going to travel somewhere, it would probably be the Middle Creek's game.
I agree.
All right. Waters in to punt this thing away on 4th and 1.
Booming
21
punt
seconds
last time.
ago. Man, if you got a fake, dial it up here. Instead, Waters is going to kick it away. Another fine punt.
He may be the best.
The best punter we've seen this year.
Man, give that kid a boat.
That'll be downed about 50 yards on the punt.
Give him a boat.
12 seconds to go in the half. Pinecrest, got to think after calling the timeout, they'll take a shot here. And surely Southern knows it's coming. This is a team that likes to play their corners head up. I'd be interested to see if they roll with safety over top of Melton.
Yeah, you think they're going to have to put in defense here, at least throw someone back there over the top.
I'm playing the quarter. Quarter defense on Madden right now. That's what I'm in. Backing everybody up.
And instead they'll run it with Najim, and that's going to take us to the end of the half. Pinecrest 21, Southern Lee 7 here on homecoming night in Pinecrest. We will take a break, and we will be back with the halftime show in just a moment.
Funnel cakes at Zaxby's? Sweet! Fried to perfection and dusted with powdered sugar? Sweet! Paired with a caramel sauce that's great for dipping, dunking, or drizzling? Sweet! Woo, saucy! Zaxby's.
Zaxby's new Philly. The garlic aioli, grilled peppers and onions with melty cheese make it a Philly. But the chicken makes it Zaxby's. Try it fried or grilled.
Woo, saucy! Zaxby's. Welcome to the RE/MAX Real Estate Service halftime show, brought to you by New Image Media, only on the NFHS Network. Funnel cakes at Zaxby's? Sweet! Fried to perfection and dusted with powdered sugar? Sweet! Paired with a caramel sauce that's great for dipping, dunking, or drizzling? Sweet! Woo, saucy! Zaxby's.
Zaxby's new Philly. The garlic aioli, grilled peppers and onions with melty cheese make it a Philly. But the chicken makes it Zaxby's. Try it fried or grilled.
Woo, saucy! Zaxby's.
Welcome back here to Pinehurst, North Carolina.
Chris escaped.
Yeah. He said his eyes were hurting. So we're here at halftime here at Pinecrest High School. Pinecrest really starting to put it on Southern Lee here in the second quarter. Jerry, talk to me a little bit. What did Southern Lee do well coming out, and what do they need to work on coming into the second half?
Well, they went with the game plan of kind of doing more than we expected, passing the ball more.
Right.
And I think they caught Pinecrest on surprise with that a little bit, so it threw them off. Pinecrest then changed a few things up, and now we see the result, 21-7. They opened up the playbook. That's what happened.
Right. Well, Jerry, let me lean into that a little bit, and I'll throw this back to you coaches.
He's back.
I never left. I'm here. I'm observing. You guys look a lot better in the light than I do.
Yeah.
That's just facts. So here's what I'll tell you. Mm-hmm. We've talked about the fact that Scotland is the team that will push Pinecrest. Lee County's going to be in there with the shot against these guys.
Yes.
If I'm Pinecrest, I'm really worried about what's going on tape, because even though Southern's down 3 touchdowns, there have been a lot of big plays left where they just missed them. Right. There was a throw that came out a beat late, missed receiver. There's a lot of meat on that bone that Southern left out there. And Southern, I'm sure, is having that conversation out there. They're a couple steps from, being right in this thing.
Agree.
Yeah, Pinecrest came out. I felt like coming out of the gate, they were a little I don't want to say timid, but a little bland on defense. And they are really starting to move those linemen around. They're really starting to bring linebacker blitzes in different gaps, different holes. And I'll be honest, if I'm Southern Lee at this point, I'm thinking, let's run our offensive line into a zone scheme. You block the person in front of you because they are coming from every direction, from all over. And basically, with a zone blocking scheme, you're basically going to step as a unit together in the direction you want to run the ball.
Agreed.
Is all it is. And other than being able to sit out there and dissect film out there in the parking lot, which they can't do,
right?
That's the only way to get around it. Because right now, Pinecrest is just completely wreaking havoc on this offense.
And I'm also saying, as far as Southern Lee, the QB, can't think of his name right off. Sims has had a lot of space.
A lot of space.
That's part of that meat I'm talking about, being left on the bone.
Man, I mean, he's had a lot of running room that he did not use. He did not take advantage of, and we may see a difference in that come this second half. You know, and that could make a big difference as far as the offense goes too.
Guys, let me ask you from a schematic standpoint. Pinecrest really couldn't get the running game on track. Of course, they're missing their guy, Zamir Spencer, top shelf running back. Najim doing good work back there, but a lot of that yardage, he's sitting right now at a little over 100 yards. He comes into the halftime, 15 carries for 107, but most of that came on the last 5 or 6 carries, and it seems to have coincided with a change in formation where they started going to that bunch package.
Right.
What is it about that has caused Southern the problems, or is that not a factor and they're just getting worn down?
I think a lot of it is coming down to Southern Lee is not, I don't want to say they're not confident bunching down, but all of a sudden you have a lot more blockers in play for the Patriots, and it comes down a lot more to your size, your strength, and you just got a lot more bodies to navigate through there. Before, we saw the Patriots spaced way out, and the Southern Lee linebackers and their DBs had free reign coming to make open field tackles. Since Pinecrest came to that bunch formation, all of a sudden they're having to juke and jive through, and they're getting hands put on them, and Pinecrest is starting to really roll.
And I'm going to also say, I'm going to agree with the second part of that comment as well, Chris. They're getting worn down.
Well, they're going to. They're going to get leaned on.
You're going to see that. You're going to see, like we talked about earlier, with Pinecrest, you don't see a lot of two-sided players.
Right.
You know, with Southern, there's quite a few.
There's quite a few that don't even leave the field. After a turnover on downs, they just stay.
They just stay. And you know, with any team, anybody, that is going to come into play after a while.
Well, and for most of the first quarter, Southern's game plan worked to a T. Long scoring drive. They were controlling the clock. They were controlling the pace. Pinecrest, though, once they got moving in the right direction, they've kind of flipped that pace around. They're getting there are a lot more plays per minute now being run on both sides of the ball. Right. And the more plays that get run in a Southern League Conference game in this conference, bad news for them because they're going to be physically outmatched in terms of size. Not in athleticism, but they're playing against bigger teams, this being no exception. I see Michael Blanks out there run around at linebacker, amazingly strong, athletic, great nose for the football, but he looks tiny out there.
Yeah.
Right. And when we were talking about the blocking scheme, just having bodies between him and the ball carrier is effective because you can only fight through so many bodies, and every time you do, it's taking a little bit more out of the tank.
Right.
Kind of like in Madden, man, where you just wear them out.
I agree. I agree.
All right. Who is our halftime sponsor today?
It's always the Zaxby's.
Zaxby's halftime. Zaxby's, man. Hey, listen. This is serious. That Zaxby's Philly, or
that's the fourth time.
Chicken Philly, I'm telling you right now, there is not a fast food sandwich out there that is as good as that. I'm telling you that from the bottom of my heart, it is fantastic. Look,
that's a bold strategy.
I am
right
telling
there.
you right now,
that's
and you know,
statement.
and Hector Perez, the marketing director, we had this conversation on air. You know, there was one of their competitors that kind of redefined the market with the chicken sandwich a while back, right? Zaxby's fell in line with everybody else doing a spicy chicken sandwich. This is something different than anybody else is putting out there, and I'm telling you right now, it is a fantastic fantastic sandwich.
Well, call me the fat guy because the funnel cake slaps.
Bro, are we kidding?
What?
Those things look delicious. Those things look. I have not had one yet because I'm trying to not
funnel cake,
be a fat guy anymore.
Man.
But man, does it look good.
Man, it slaps, man. That is the word for it. It slaps. So I guess the combination of the chicken Philly and the funnel cake, Zaxby's.
Ooh, don't tell my doctor.
Hey, man. We're definitely giving you guys a big shout out. Man. Can we have some in the booth next week?
Yeah, look. I'm going to be hungry next week. I'll tell you.
We've got to look on the map and see if there's a Zaxby's between here and home.
It got to be. They got the Zaxby's sandwiches outside.
I'm going to take you and get you one of those sandwiches, man. I'm telling you.
No
right
peppers
now.
and onions.
Man.
No peppers or onions?
No.
On a Philly?
Can't do it.
Oh my goodness, we got to go. We got to log off after that.
This has been the Zaxby's halftime show. Thanks to Zaxby's. Thanks. Pinecrest always rolls it out. This is a cool spot to watch a football game. If you're sitting at home, get out next week and go to a high school football game. But if you can't, watch us. We'll
pay the $8.
Where are we at next week, Jerry?
Back here.
Oh,
how about that?
How about that? Right. And Nate, where are you next week? Are you? I can't even keep track. You're with us, right?
Yeah, I'm with y'all full time. As long as I'm at home, I'm here. So and right now, I'm planning to be here.
Big Don Clayton and Spencer Patterson will be doing the Union Pines game next week. Okay. Yeah, it's tough to keep track.
Zaxby's, we are back here next week.
All right.
Hector Perez, we know you're here.
Just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there.
All right, this has been the Zaxby's half game show. We'll see you at kickoff.
3 chicken Phillies stat.
And a funnel cake. He don't want one, just me.
No, right, we'll see you with the second half after all these homecoming festivities. You're watching the NFHS Game of the Week.
Funnel cakes at Zaxby's? Sweet! Fried to perfection and dusted with powdered sugar? Sweet! Paired with the caramel sauce that's great for dipping, dunking, or drizzling? Sweet! Woo, saucy! Zaxby's.
Zaxby's new Philly. The garlic aioli, grilled peppers and onions with melty cheese make it a Philly, but the chicken makes it Zaxby's. Try it fried or grilled.
Woo, saucy! Zaxby's. Funnel cakes at Zaxby's?
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. My name is Rich Trockton, and we are First Bank.
Welcome back. I keep wanting to say Southern Pines, guys. This is Pinehurst, Pinecrest High School in Pinehurst, North Carolina, which is right next door to Southern Pines, which is home to golf courses including Whispering Pines.
One of the richest areas in the state of North Carolina.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And like I said, I spend a lot of time down here playing a lot of golf, man. You cannot swing the proverbial cat without hitting a golf course around here. Brian McCullum to kick off for the visiting Southern League Cavaliers.
Chris, do you have your U.S. Open tickets yet? No.
Nate keeps talking about these U.S. Open.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Chris is not going to watch golf. I don't even watch golf on TV.
What? You don't watch the Ryder Cup this morning?
No, I did not.
Oh, nice return.
Oh, good return here for the Patriots.
No. What I did watch last weekend, I left you guys to your devices last week. I was at the Louder Than Life Metal Festival in Louisville, Kentucky. 180,000 people over 4 days, Nate.
Louisville, Kentucky is a cool joint.
It's a pretty cool town.
That's a cool town.
It is. It really is.
It's a pretty cool town. I lived in Lexington for several years and got back and forth to Louisville. One of my best friends lives in Louisville and invited the wife and I up, and we went and spent 4 days up there listening to very loud music.
Pantera.
Very loud.
That's the only metal band I know was Pantera.
Well, Pantera was not only there. Pantera was there with Zakk Wylde on guitar. He's touring with him, and it was that was a transcendental moment for me, man. To see Pantera and Zakk Wylde on stage together, that was pretty amazing.
You have to be an amazing drummer to play heavy metal. I mean, I've tried. I can't do it. And I've been playing drums for over 20 years.
We have a change at quarterback here.
He's back.
Conan is back in there. I'm a little surprised. I mean, Hansen had the hot hand. Najim picking his way. Gets stood up and stuck there after a gain of 2.
Jerry, this will make you happy.
Okay.
We just bought my son his first electric drum set.
Okay.
So it's got 4 little beat pads, and
you're going to be ready to throw it out in about 2 weeks.
I was going to say, you did that. You bought it to go in your house?
Well, I'm hoping he puts him
around the right side
on.
and finds a crease, turns it up, and he'll have 15 on the carry.
Upended by number 12, Kamari Simmons, freshman cornerback.
Julian McNeil.
Good vision there for Najim, and a little bit of cramping going on. And Nate, we were talking about it during the halftime festivities. Standing out there watching homecoming, tough on these athletes on both sides. I thought it might be tougher on the Pinecrest guys because Southern was actually out there getting loose. But that was an extended break, and some schools try to speed things along because you got players that are in the festivities.
Yeah.
Right.
Pinecrest, a lot of pomp and circumstance. They did not cut this short.
It's a production.
It is. All right. We'll wind the clock. Ball set up at the 41-yard line. Pinecrest moving left to right. Conan from the pistol. Takes the snap. Hands it to Najim, who's met in the backfield.
Oh, man.
Good stick there by number 11, Jamari Hall, junior defensive tackle.
Having a great night, man.
He really is. Jamari Hall having a great night on both sides of the ball and special teams.
Give a little more update again. It's now 31-0 Scotland over Union Pines at halftime. 28-0 Richmond at halftime.
Ooh. All right. Conan surveys the defense, brings a man in motion, takes the snap, hands to Najim, who's going to take it left. Good pursuit by Southern, but he outruns it.
And he's through there like a motorboat, buddy.
41 yards to the house. Chris Najim adds another score.
Wide open.
Carries,
wide open.
Big old
for
channel for him.
Roll a pontoon boat through that hole there. That was a big one.
That play reminded me, Jerry, of Weddington.
Don't talk about that.
I'm just saying.
Let's not talk about that.
I'm just saying you can see what's coming and can't do anything about it.
You've seen it. I know the play. I watched Dez chase him from behind, about 15 yards behind him.
Will Shipley now at Clemson University.
Yeah.
Tearing it up there for the Tigers as well.
I think if I was going to put early money down, I said this a couple years ago, I think Will Shipley will challenge for the Heisman Trophy next year.
Oh.
Clemson's down a little bit this year, but Shipley's a guy that never comes off the field.
That's true.
He can hurt you a lot of ways. He can even hurt you in special teams.
Well, I'm going to tell you
And he is a great college football player. We'll see if he plays at the next level. I tend to think that he will. I don't know that he's a 3-down back in the NFL, but he'll get onto somebody's roster. He's too fast.
So, Carolina will play Clemson in the regular season this year.
And might beat Clemson in the regular season this year.
Dez has vowed to get his revenge.
Desmond Evans
has vowed.
Who is a senior this year, still has a year of eligibility left because of the COVID year.
He's out of there.
You think?
He's out of there. I'm telling you right now.
We'll see.
But he's vowed for the revenge. Vowed.
Well, I like Carolina in that game right now because Clemson can't get out of their own way. That's a bad decision.
Wow.
Man, bad luck. Johnny Jones thought that was going to the end zone and rolled to a stop at the 0-yard line. Just short of the goal line. He picks it up, gets about 9 on the return, and Southern with a long way to go here.
As a coach, those plays like that, when that happens like that, you just kind of take a deep breath.
Yeah. Well, and Southern, a familiar story. The last couple of years, they've got the athletes and they push teams in the first half, and then things just kind of get away from them. You had the turnover Defense is a little gassed now, and they just don't have that many different things they can do on offense.
Agreed.
And they're going to struggle to protect anything. So Robbie Sims was work cut out for him. He's under center. Pressure coming right up the middle. Sims going to try and get a little breathing room. He pushes the pile out and gets about 2 on the carry.
We'll bring up a 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7 here for the Cavaliers. 9:55 left to go here in the third quarter. Southern Lee going to take their sweet time in this huddle, getting up in this I formation.
Still under center. Oh,
yeah, and the pile getting pushed back now. That's Jones with the carry, I believe. We'll see as they unstack.
I'll say he threw a couple.
No, that was not Jones. That's number 2 on the carry. Or no, the number 3. That's Michael Blanks.
Michael Blanks.
And picks up maybe a yard.
Cavs really missing JoJo Douglas in situations like this, who is one of the hardest runners in this conference that I've seen.
Well,
period.
I mean, he runs the ball like Marion Barber.
Yeah.
Or Isaiah Pacheco. Those guys that are every part of their body moving at one time. But not just the threat of JoJo, but you've got a chance, to spell Johnny Jones, who's had to go pretty much the whole way. Sims drops, going to get sacked. That was Baptiste coming off the edge and just wound his way through there. Sims inadvertently throws out of the sack, but 3 and out for Southern, and this couldn't be going much worse at this point.
Now is what we talked about earlier when you're starting to see these boys slowing down a little bit, and a team like Pinecrest will feed on that. They're definitely not slowing down right now. It's time to mash the gas.
Blood in the water here.
Well, and here, you look at Pinecrest. Pinecrest got 55, 60 players for press tonight. It's out of the back of the end zone, and that'll be a safety.
This boat is sinking.
I think that's the only thing that I have not seen in I've seen everything down here in Pinehurst. I've seen everything. Great football. I have not seen a boat shop. That may be the only thing that's missing, Chris. Nate?
Well, there's plenty of lakes down here.
There are a lot of lakes.
There are a lot of lakes.
There's a lot of water on the golf courses that I tend to find myself in.
There's an area called Seven Lakes, am I correct?
There is. Yes, I played Seven Lakes about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice track out there. Nate, you went and hit today. Where'd you go? Where'd you play?
Played at Sanford Municipal. I decided to go cheap today. Okay. And
look, don't you despair. There will be no slander.
Hold on. I meant cheap in monetary expense.
All right.
But I thoroughly enjoy playing Sanford Municipal.
Look, the thing that I love about playing Sanford and hate at the same time is you guys that have been here your whole lives who are like, yeah, that putt breaks this direction, and you're going to have to play it 6 inches outside the hole, and you're doing that from 200 yards away,
right?
Because those guys know that course so inside and out, and I know it pretty well at this point. But
I love Sanford Municipal. Number 17 is my favorite hole in all of golf.
17 at Sanford is your favorite hole in golf. That's crazy because I hate 17.
Hitting the creek. That's my goal every time.
Oh, there is trouble. Nice
17
return.
drives me crazy because that creek
is right in your sweet spot.
Right in my sweet spot.
Right in your sweet spot of 3. Right in your sweet spot. Yep.
37, Corbin Dallas with a nice return.
For those of you that don't know, 17 at the Sanford Municipal, there's a creek that runs down right at about the 290 mark. And you can fly that thing if you really rip it. But if you leave it short, you're going to be down there in the golf ball graveyard. I would have to say that my favorite hole on that particular course is probably 10. I like the opening hole on the back. Yeah,
over the water into the dog leg.
Hitting over the water into that dog leg. I like that hole.
Yeah, it's a good one. Especially if you can pull your driver that way.
Yep.
Man, it's a fun hole.
Well, you have to clear the water. You also have to clear the pine trees or go around the pine trees. It's kind of a clown hole, but I like it.
Najim stopped in the backfield by a host of Cavaliers.
A boatload of Cavaliers get to him there.
A boatload of Cavaliers.
We'll bring up 2nd and 14 here.
20 carries for 159 now for Najim.
I tell you what.
Cody Hansen is back at quarterback this drive.
Throwing the ball on point. Everything has been on point.
Doing a good job steering this Patriot ship.
Yes, sir.
You know what? You saw coming out of the half, you got to feel like Coach Edden's got his senior quarterback, doesn't want to disrupt that. He's going to need that guy. But, man, Hansen, how you going to keep this guy off the field?
And, Najim is a sophomore as well.
Yeah.
These guys will be here for a little while, so it gives you a little taste.
It does, but I'm going to say this, and this is no disrespect intended to anybody. It's a little different rotating running backs. And he's a guy that's shown, I'm going to put the hot hand in there at running back. Najim earning some snaps moving into the future.
Agreed.
But disrupting the quarterback, that's a little different thing. But you could be witnessing the beginning of a quarterback controversy here in Pinecrest. But one way or the other, the future is bright as young Mr. Hansen is out here showing he can do his thing. All right, there's the hand. Najim going to pick up a yard on the carry.
Brings up 2nd and 9 here for the Patriots.
So Hansen is a junior quarterback. Came in 15 for 20 with 166 and a touchdown. No interceptions.
Not bad numbers.
Coming in. Well, tonight he is 3 for 4 for 71 yards, and
he's going to keep it.
He's going to have a he
might put it in the end zone, and he does.
He's speedy. He's
26
speedy.
yards.
Oh, and then he gets knocked over in celebration.
26 yards and a touchdown now, adding to the legend that is Cody Hansen.
He's
having a night, guys.
Having a great night. Get him a boat.
William Miller back for the PAT.
And it's good.
Southern Lee here, guys, just looks tired.
Yeah.
You look at the demeanor of this team. There aren't many left on the sidelines that are still wearing shoulder pads and helmets, and they just look
well, Nate,
defeated
I
and
mean,
tired.
let's count bodies on that sideline. You got 11 guys out there now on the return team. You've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, maybe? 14, 15, maybe 16 subs. You're playing one of the bigger 4A teams in the region who's dressed easily 60 players tonight.
Easy.
And who has
and probably has another 50 or 60 on JV.
And another 50 on freshmen.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot
it's a different world. And, we haven't fussed about the conference alignments yet this year. Not going to start tonight because I don't feel like the calls and texts I'm going to get if we do. But this is not how teams are supposed to be aligned to compete in high school football.
It is not ideal. I agree.
One more year after this year of it, we thought that it might be changed up. It looked promising and then was not acted upon, and we're stuck with this for another year.
And who knows where we're going to be? Who knows what's gonna happen with the governing body of high school athletics?
That is a fantastic question, and if those of you that are not paying attention, whether or not the NHSAA maintains control of high school sports is up in the air because the legislature has decided they want to reinvent the wheel.
Google a House bill for everyone at home.
Yep.
Chris will explain it. He is a lawyer. I have not even read it.
Oh, I can't help but read things like that.
I read it and immediately said, I got to ask Chris about this. So I'm not.
We got the whole, hey, we got to ride home, go to Zaxby's, and then go pick up your car. I'll explain the whole thing to you.
Yeah, man.
But, yeah, that's a matter of controversy right now and certainly uncertainty.
Nice
Mike Blank's there with 9 on the carry. Yeah, a lot of uncertainty is what's going on because this Senate bill would change everything.
superintendent? Is that who will have control at that time?
No. What would happen based on how the Senate bill? Well, the Senate bill reads that the legislature would continue to empower an outside agency, but there's a couple changes. There's a couple changes. First of all, the amount of revenue that can be generated for that agency is significantly smaller than it is now, and there's a couple reasons for that. So it's not. I'm not 100% against that. As Jones with a nice carry, Jones picks up 8 on the carry. The big thing, though, one of the big things is that appeals for eligibility and things of that nature would fall to the state.
Okay.
Ooh,
and the state would establish an appeals board through the superintendent's office to address matters concerning eligibility, and that's an interesting twist.
Very. Now, talking about eligibility, did you see Tez Walker granted eligibility to play in the postseason for Carolina?
I did not.
Now tell me that's not for TV viewership.
Gotta be. And there's Kamari brought down in the backfield.
No, I think that was blanks.
That was blanks?
I think so. We'll see how they umpile.
Yeah.
No, that was not blanks. It looks like it was actually, it was. I think it was Mike Blanks got dragged down there.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
I'm happy that young man's going to get at least a chance.
Yeah.
Because he deserves a chance.
Definitely does.
Well.
So the crazy part is, does that take a year of eligibility from him by playing in
I don't know if anybody knows yet, man. These look at Robbie Sims.
Running over people.
Great run.
Just in case anybody questioned the toughness of these Cavaliers, Robbie Sims.
They definitely don't give up.
No, they don't. 30 points in the third quarter, still giving it everything they've got.
Chris, I want to revert back to something you said a few weeks ago.
All right.
And I was out of town watching this game. I believe it was Labor Day. I was watching you two do Southern Lee and Seaforth.
Mm-hmm.
And you said on air that you thought Southern Lee was going to be a playoff contender.
Still do.
And I'm not debating that. But I will say at that time, I texted you and said, you have lost your ever-living mind that you're going to say that on air. But I will say, watching the Cavaliers tonight, this is the first time seeing them in person, and I will give Fred Blanks and this Cavaliers team their due. This is the hardest fighting Cavaliers team I've seen in at least 7 years.
They will square up and fight you
with anybody
for 48 minutes.
Yes, sir.
And now, they're on the bad end of a blowout right now. They got blown out by Richmond. What people at home may not realize, those games help.
They do.
The way playoff selections are done are based on your rankings, and they default. The go-to now is the Max Preps rankings. Well, key in those rankings is strength of schedule. And when you're playing big 4A teams, there's a lot of credit comes that way. So losing a game to one of those teams doesn't really harm you. And I'm going to tell you right now, Southern Lee controls their own destiny. They still got Hope County. They've still got Union Pines.
And Lee County.
And Lee County, I'm not trying to upset anybody in Lee County. But they almost beat Lee County last year, and they certainly think they can do it this year. But Hope County and Union Pines, both very winnable games for this Southern Lee team.
Right.
If you walk out of there with 5 wins and you've got all these very high-quality losses, you're going to make the playoffs.
Right.
Now, Lee County did them a solid when they got beat by Union Pines because that muddies everything. But I wouldn't be surprised if you had 3 3A teams come out of this conference this year.
Scotland, Lee, and Southern. I
wouldn't be surprised. Now, Southern, to do that, Southern has to beat Hoke. They have to beat Union Pines. They can't drop either one of those games.
Right.
And, of course, UP and Hoke are thinking the same thing, although they have not done what they needed to do to get to the situation where Southern's at right now. But coming into Conference 3-1, they laid the groundwork. So the path is there for them. And, yes, there will be some upset teams that run through conference play in 3A that are, 7-4, that are like, how does a 5-win team get in over us? Well, it's because they had to play.
There's Robbie Sims, quarterback, keep going all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Did you guys see the push from Blanks behind him?
God, he just
pushed him
bulldozed his way right through him.
20 more for Sims on the carry, and Sims now the leading rusher for Southern Lee with 62 yards on 8 carries. But, yeah, when you look, and your losses come, they have a bad loss in there to the Eastern Randolph.
Yes.
Yep.
But not a terrible loss. But when your other losses are going to come to Richmond, Pinecrest, Scotland, potentially.
Yeah. I'm not arguing that contention with you.
All right.
Not arguing that at all.
All right, 3:43 to go in the third quarter. Pinecrest wanted a timeout, and that's just another Pines thing, since that's the thing, is across the road. Union Pines is the 3A school. 3 high schools in in Moore County.
Union Pines, Pinecrest, and Northmore.
That's right.
Northmore is a
1A
powerhouse, aren't they?
Yeah, a bit of a. And people here locally might tell you they pick off the talent that Pinecrest can't use. Of course, other people might tell you that Pinecrest sucks up all the talent that's supposed to be at Union Pines, but that's neither here nor there. Sims hands off, and there's going to be a hold. Rub salt in the wound. No, just like every other county that's got multiple high schools, there's going to be crying about this talent and that talent and so on and so forth.
It happens everywhere.
It does.
It does. I mean,
not in Lee County though.
We say all the time, if there was one high school in Lee County, I don't know if they'd lose. But
well, I mean, it's frustrating. I mean, you look at Richmond and Scotland,
right?
They are powerhouses, but they're one high school counties.
Yeah,
and they load them up, man.
They load them up. You get different kids, different opportunities.
And every once in a while, you find a quarterback that's in Lee County that wants to come play for your program in Scotland or Richmond.
Yeah. Then leave.
This may be the last broadcast ever for us.
Yeah, I think I need to go hook my boat up and go to the house.
Yeah. Yes, all right. Sims rolling. He's going to flip it out there. Great play to break that up.
Knocked down by number 7.
Number 7, Cohen Martinez on the breakup. Senior strong safety, wide receiver. Coming in at 5'9", 170 pounds.
I tell you, I was just looking at a couple things the other day on Max Prep and some of these guys playing football. The leading rusher in the country right now, number 1 overall, has 1,579 yards as of right now, averaging 19.3 yards a carry. That's amazing.
Where is that at?
Gentlemen,
California.
Who is the all-time record holder for rushing yards in a career in American high school football history?
There's not a little block on this TV, you guys.
I'm going to make you look it up after I tell you who it is, too, because you're not going to believe what the number is.
Todd Gurley.
No, but that's not a bad guess.
Yeah. North Carolina, that.
Coming out of Tarboro?
No. That's not who it is.
Well, did Todd Gurley come from Tarboro, though?
He did.
Yeah, okay, I thought so.
He did. There are a couple folks living in Sanford that are from Tarboro, and they talk about Todd Gurley in hallowed terms. Derrick Henry. What's the number? How many yards? How many yards as a high school running back?
I'm about to give it to you right now.
Oh, I know what it is. Robbie Sims up the gut. Whoa, drops his way down to the 4. That'll bring up third and goal.
So this is the crazy part. I'm going to read this now. I want to say that, we're talking
Nate,
about.
You're not even ready for this number.
We are talking about B.J. Brown breaking the Lee County High School record.
Which is a little over 5,000.
Which is 5,189 yards. Derrick Henry from 2009 to 2012. 12,144 yards. What?
Was he playing like
in the world?
1A in Florida. The videos, when you go home tonight, you go look at YouTube videos of Derrick Henry in high school.
I've seen
He's as big. He was as big then as he is now. And you got guys that are 120 pounds trying to tackle him. He's just literally dragging him up and down the football field. It's the most unbelievable thing you've ever seen.
The next person,
like Derrick Henry,
1,000 yards
Central.
Yeah,
I mean, he's got 800 yards a game.
It's exactly like that.
800 yards a game.
What? That's crazy.
12,000 yards as a high school running back.
In 4 years.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Golly.
And
Sims,
almost.
And the ball's out, and Pinecrest is going to get a turnover here, and that's sad.
Wow. And it's like, so, and when you see those plays like that happen, you go on a big drive like that and give it up. That takes any momentum you had. You just see the breath taken right out of this Southern League football team.
All right.
And we have a player down.
Pinecrest this time. I think we'll take a quick break to hear from our sponsors, and we'll be back, hopefully, quickly.
Are you ready to sell your home and don't know which realtor to choose? Well, not all realtors are the same. I'm Crystal Copas, and I don't just stick a sign in the yard, throw it in the MLS, and hope to collect a commission. I provide a customized marketing plan that includes professional staging, photography, videography, and drone at no cost to you. Contact me, Crystal Copas, with RE/MAX Real Estate Service, and let's get your house sold. 919-356-5402 or visit me at crystalcopas.com.
Welcome back to the NFHS Game of the Week, brought to you by Wilkinson Chevrolet. We've still got a player down here, Pinecrest.
That's a single season record, though, buddy.
Their athletic training staff getting their work in,
and we're doing some high school football trivia here. So the single season passing record in North Carolina, Josh Ladowski,
56-64.
Most folks are not going to be familiar with, but the second two of those, Chaz Surratt and Chris Leak, both went on to big-time college careers. Chris Leak with a natty.
Overall is also Chris Leak.
Chris Leak's number one in career passing?
Career passing, career completions, career attempts, and touchdowns.
Wow.
Was Chris Leak part of that Charlotte Independence run?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so.
Yes.
God, where they went like 109 games undefeated or something that. God, I was young when that happened, but man.
The single game, 837 by Real Greer, Davidson Day.
Yes. Will Greer,
2012.
Will Greer, who went on to star at West Virginia, and now I think, where did he sign? Because he got signed off of, he put in 300 yards in the final Cowboys preseason game, and I feel like somebody snatched him up. I think they tried to sneak him onto the practice squad. But he's the number 2 or 3 somewhere in the NFL right now. I'm a little surprised he didn't get a shot. He was drafted by the Panthers. And I thought they might have lucked up into their, look at this. All right, Conan. Conan gets it out to the 34-yard line, 28 on the pass.
1:57 left to go here in the third quarter. Pinecrest up 37-7 on the Cavaliers. One more score does not put us at a running clock, but it gets us close.
And I was really nice tackle in the backfield by the Cavs. I was really looking for the Cavs to make this a really good game. Not mad at them, not their fault. As time goes on, and we talked about at halftime, they have been worn down.
A lot of injuries over there on that Cavalier bench. Not just their starting running back that we've talked about, JoJo Douglas, but just a slew of Cavaliers out in different slings and cast. And Matthew Kidd was their starting free safety. He's out. Justin Cleary was one of their starting defensive ends. He's out. And this Pinecrest, I mean, that's a team that just cannot have injuries.
Yeah.
Everything has to align perfectly for them to continue on. And,
Tell you what, the number 5. When we go back and talk about these records, number 5 all time in the state of North Carolina.
In what category?
Quarterback, passing yards.
Okay.
Number 5 is also holds the record for the all-time passing yards at his particular college. Do you know who that is?
Sam Howell.
No, it's not it.
Who is it?
You got to go down towards Greenville. Holton Ayers, who was the all-time leading passer who played 11 years at ECU. 11 years, but he is also number 5 all-time, and there's a lineman coming down the field blocking is what you're looking for, and I tell you what, man, it's getting worse.
It was Armani Edwards, a North Carolina kid. I mean, I know he played at App State. He led them to multiple natties. Was he a North Carolina kid?
I am not sure about that.
Well, there's, this cool device.
I'm working on it.
That I carry around with me. I think yours probably does the same thing.
No, he's from South Carolina.
South Carolina. Yeah. Sam Howell was number 2 all-time in the state of North Carolina there, Chris.
I thought he was right at the top of the list.
Yeah, he's number 2.
So Leak is 1,
Yes,
Howell's 2.
Yep. About
So how many Howell's records are going to be left when Drake May gets done?
You know what? Drake May's done after this season. I definitely think so. I don't think he breaks any of Sam Howell's records.
Well, I told folks Sam Howell 2 or 3 games into his Carolina career, he was going to be the greatest quarterback in North Carolina history, and I think
he definitely did that.
That's going to hold true. Drake May have a higher upside at the next level. And, of course, Trubisky, not a bad NFL quarterback, just hadn't been in the right spot.
Seems like Chicago is the place to
die.
Yeah.
Well, it's crazy because if you look at Trubisky's performance in Chicago, a lot of run because of the fantasy football numbers with Justin Fields and all the rest of that.
Horrible.
But Trubisky, actually, when you look at the numbers, was pretty good in Chicago.
I agree.
In fact, better than pretty good, but just hasn't found the landing spot. And, of course, it'll always be remembered for being taken ahead of Pat Mahomes.
Do you hate that?
I don't hate it. It's not my business. But the Bears traded up to get Trubisky, and that comes with its own level of pressure when you've got Mahomes out there doing what he's doing.
Can you give some of Mahomes credit to his coaches, Bieniemy?
You can.
Andy Reid could win a Super Bowl with me playing quarterback.
Yeah, Andy Reid is one of the best ever.
I watched what they did to my Eagles last year. Man.
Well, there's still a pass interference call that I got beef with at the end of that Super Bowl.
Yes, sir.
Of course, they should never got past Cincinnati in the AFC Championship, but that's neither here nor there.
At the start of the fourth quarter, we have Pinecrest 37-7, and they come out there. Great play there to start the fourth quarter. Good 20-yard game.
Coach Edens isn't going to cut you any slack, is he?
No, sir.
That was number 3, Mason Conan, back at quarterback.
25 on the reception, and that is Makai Carey again. And after a slow start, Conan now is 4 of his last 5 for 65 yards and a touchdown. Makai Carey now 3 receptions for 65 yards. Najee going to take it and racing toward the corner, and he's going to get there. He'll take it in from 22, and that stat line is getting really impressive, really fast now at this point. That puts him over the 200-yard mark. Now 209 on 26 carries and 2 touchdowns for Chris Najee, making the spot start for kind of wild. You're going to put up 200.
That's a great night.
And may not start next week.
That's a great night.
Great night. The number of running backs that do that in a particular season is relatively small.
Mm-hmm.
And bad snap. And Hanson's going to roll out and sling it out there. Has a man and almost converted the 2-pointer. All right, so now 43-7, still not a running clock.
One more.
And, you talked about the folks here. This is a 36-point ball game, 11 minutes to go, long break at halftime. I don't think anybody's left.
Staying still full.
And after a promising start, Southern, man, just couldn't catch a break.
And, Chris, I'll tell you what, I got one more question. This is for you guys.
You got 11 and a half minutes, buddy.
Who's the leading passer in this current conference right now?
I'm going to go with Jack Martin.
And that is a fact. Jack Martin.
What? Not a passer. This is a very, very leading passing conference. And I bet you that Lee County has the number one receiver in the county.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Now, my question is, in terms of receiving yards, I'm going to go with Jaden Hill. It's got to be Jaden Hill. Kamari Butler was number one for a minute.
It is definitely Jaden Hill.
All right. Jaden Hill is a special athlete, man.
I can't wait to watch him on this basketball court as well, man. You talking about a high flyer. He is a human highlight film on that basketball
Can we
court.
call some basketball games?
All you got to do is ask, man.
I think we need to talk to Tim about that, man.
I mean, I'm not trying to do 3 games a week. I'm not trying to do all that.
Oh yeah.
But
oh no, sir.
Maybe a big game here or there.
I've called plenty of basketball games for television. It's a matter of whether or not we can round up sponsors for it.
Yeah, I think
that's what it comes down to.
I think that's the biggest thing right there.
That's what it comes down to. Basketball now, football is easy relative to basketball. Baseball is the easiest. Then comes football. Basketball is the toughest. Yes, sir.
Can I say something about that?
Well, it depends on what you want to say. Yeah, who do you want to say hey to? Go Pinecrest? Go Pinecrest, as if they need it. They're up 36 with 11 minutes to go. Go Pinecrest. Sure, come on in. Jerry.
We got
come
some
on down
fans
the
out
mic.
here.
They want to.
I'm coming out.
And if they curse,
I'm coming
we're
out.
turning the lights out. He's got to stick my help you out.
So, okay, we of course we're bringing fans in from Pinecrest. We're gonna give her an opportunity to say what she wants to say.
She's got to give us some. She's got to give us some analysis about the game. Though.
Amelia. Yeah. Okay. Now, Amelia, I'm gonna give you the mic, but you got to give me one thing about this game that you're loving right now. Okay, here you go.
I love all the teamwork that's going on in this game. Go Pinecrest!
Go Pinecrest. Shout out Amelia for the big pick, and we got some more coming in.
They're all coming up.
Hey, this is homecoming, so why not? I tell you what.
We got a slew of Patriots.
Chris, I'm coming out. Yeah,
Chris.
I don't want to be here with all these kids. I think it's a boatload of Patriots in the house.
Oh, a boatload of
kids.
I'm coming out right now.
All right.
So I'm going to step out,
go do your
and I'm going to do my thing with the fans out here. How about that?
All right.
Be right back.
Here we go. While he's coming down, I'll talk to you real quick.
I thought he was climbing out the window. Jerry, stop, man. What are you doing?
All right, young man. Tell us your name, what the best thing you've seen tonight is on this football field, and then give a shout-out to your Patriots.
My name's Max, and probably the best thing I've seen is our team winning.
Great analysis.
Yep.
Say, go Patriots.
Go Patriots.
All right, there we go.
All right, now I'm outside, and the fans have gone.
And they take off.
And they take off.
There. He's got the mic.
I came out for you guys. You know, if you wanted to talk any about the game, of what you're seeing right now. I know this is you guys' homecoming, right? It's your homecoming. Give me something about homecoming. Tell me something I don't know about Pinecrest High School.
Well, it's a pretty big school, you know, and they don't really. You know, they got a dress code. They got a dress code.
And you need a dress code.
You know,
you need a haircut.
I do, I think. But, you know, there's certain rules about the dress code. Like, you can't wear pajama pants, and I think they should change that.
I don't think they should change.
I don't think so either. I don't think so either.
Jerry, they can't hear me, but I'm going to tell you, it hadn't been that many years ago. I went to law school, and I swear to you that anybody that lived close to campus, pajama pants were part of the uniform.
I agree.
I'm just telling you.
Anything else you want to give me for tonight?
Go Patriots.
Go Patriots. And here we go. And we're back to the game. Little fan interaction right there. You got something? We're on our NHSF high school. You know, we're on everything, so everybody can hear you.
Everybody.
Worldwide. Okay, I got one more fan. What's your name?
Tristan.
Tristan, what are you going to give me about the game and about Pinecrest High School?
Pinecrest, it's a big school. I mean, I love this school. I can't wait to graduate from here. And
where are you going after
Where I'm going after this?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going home to sleep.
No. Wait tonight. I mean after graduation. After graduation. I don't care where you're going tonight.
UNC Tar Heels on a big UNC.
UNC Tar Heels look, tatted on the arm right there. There we go. So we got a Tar Heel fan.
You like Duke, then you suck.
That's it right there. Best comment of the night. If you like Duke, you suck.
Call it a Pat McCaffrey show.
I'm with it. So thank you for giving a little insight on the school. You want to give a shout out to anybody?
Nah.
Shout out to your mom.
Shout out to my mom.
There we go.
There we go
right
there. There we go right there. A little fan interaction. Little bring a little bit of excitement to the broadcast tonight with this 43-7 lead right now held by Pinecrest. Southern Lee's driving the ball again. See if they can get some points on the board. Blanks rolls out. Sims.
Oh, dangerous pass there by Sims.
That was pretty nice, man, getting the fans involved a little bit. Something we hadn't did in a little while.
I want to bring that back, Jerry. I want to see you right at the track there at Lee County, hyping up their student section.
Well, if we can get,
man, that's what I want to see.
If we can get the sound right, like we had it back then, I think that will be great. It brought a lot of excitement to the game, excitement to the broadcast. So I'm with it. You know, I'm with it.
I will say one of my favorite high school football moments of my entire life. Now, I have played, I have coached, and I have broadcast, so I've had some cool ones, is first round of state playoffs.
And that's picked.
That's picked. Me, Chris, and Rob Patterson, who's a linebacker coach for the Patriots, are calling a game, and Jerry Chalmers is on the field with the student sections.
Going crazy,
doing interviews. It was a cold playoff night up there. Man, that was one of my favorite football moments.
We have a pic of that night. And that picture, it expressed a lot, man. I got to tell y'all, that's one of my favorite pictures that I have.
It is one of mine, too, man. Sheer
that was
joy.
Great, man. That was
a lot of fun.
That was great.
How many years is this for you, Jerry? It's year 4?
This is year 4.
Year 4.
Yep. It started with, hey, Jerry, would you mind doing the game? What? Yeah. Oh, there he is. And he's and that's it.
There's your running clock, boys.
There it is.
70 yards for Najum. He's not satisfied.
He's pushing for 300.
He's pushing for 300.
He's throttling up that motor.
66 yards on the carry, and that'll get him to 275. All right, Coach. Do you know how close he is to 300? Do you care?
Will he let him get it?
They're throwing the ball around the pitch up 33. Yeah, they're going to let him get it if he can. They're going to run their offense.
Do I know calling an offense where my guys' stats are at? No. Just if someone comes up and says, "Hey, he's within 10," then yeah, I care. I'm letting them have it.
Man, I tell you what, they're struggling with that. The
whoa! Big flip. You're all right.
Mike Blank's expressing himself a little bit there.
Sorry for that hot mic pickup there.
Sorry about that.
Sorry. When you get around the fans, sometimes fans say fans things.
Since are we staying for the break? Since we're staying for the break,
we're on a running clock.
I'll tell you what, man. Have you guys seen? You know, there was a lot of controversy about the bad. Well, I still say bad hit against Colorado's safety receiver Travis Hunter in the Colorado State game. Have you seen what the guys have done between each other?
No. What happened?
No. Tell
they did a podcast together. They went out bowling together to show that Travis Hunter wanted to show there's no bad blood. In his mind, it was a football play. They're close friends now.
I'm going to say something, Jerry.
It's pretty nice.
I think part of that, now that, was it a late hit? Sure.
Yeah.
Did it warrant all the hoopla that it got nationally? Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
And I think part of that is a product of people tuning into that game
mm-hmm.
that don't watch a lot of football.
Agree.
And, this whole Deion Sanders thing has kind of transcended college football. I think it's great for the game.
Agreed.
I think it's going to have an impact on, some coaching decisions made down the road. People are going to try to replicate that. There's only one Deion Sanders, so I don't know how much luck you can have with that. But, a lot of people tuning in sort of passively saw that, Was it ugly? Yeah, sure. Was it the worst thing in the world? No. But it's good to see that those guys are showing, hey, it's football.
Oh, yeah.
And is Travis Hunter going to be back this week?
No.
Well, that's not good.
Is it USC this week?
It is USC.
It is.
And I'm going to tell you what Oregon did to them might just be the beginning, because I don't know how you can stop Caleb Williams, even if you have a good defense, and Colorado doesn't. So I don't know what they're going to do with him.
Is that kid winning the Heisman, Caleb Williams?
I don't know how he doesn't.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I believe Coach Climb when he says, you better get me now.
Oh, I agree with you 100%.
This is the worst I will be.
I agree with you 100%.
I agree. Oh, yeah. And his recruiting this offseason?
Oh, I know.
Oh, my. I mean, let's remember, this was a 1-9 football team last year. I mean, good gracious.
Well, even if you bring in, which he did, he brought talent on both sides of the ball. The hardest thing to do is develop those lines.
Yeah.
So, you've got a brand new system, all new personnel. Yeah, people are they're taking advantage of those
Johnny
lines.
Jones.
Johnny Jones. He's going to motorboat out of bounds at about the 32. Big gain by Jones there. 37 on the carry for Jones.
But, yeah, he's definitely brought something to Colorado that they've never experienced. I mean, you've profited $90 million in 3 games. All tickets sold out.
That's a lot of scratch.
All hall games sold out. Who's done that? I know they had a great team with
Cordell Stewart was
there.
Cordell Stewart, were you back where you had Eric Bieniemy and those guys come through there, Rashawn Salam?
Yeah.
Did they have TV back then?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but you didn't have to travel far to find a black and white TV back then.
They were still rowing a boat by hand.
Yeah.
But no, what he's doing is transcend it. And, it's funny because other schools have tried it. Mm-hmm. Bethune-Cookman went and hired Ed Reed, and they fired him before he even had a practice with him.
He went and showed everybody what they really experienced. And, man, I think that upset him. Upset a lot of people.
Oh, it did upset a lot of
people. But
folks.
it was horrible.
Yeah.
The conditions that they were in, that was horrible.
Yep. Eddie George is at Tennessee State. I think he's in his 3rd year there. He's trying to do things more conventionally, but he's there for the long haul. And, some of these top shelf athletes, I think we overcomplicate the process.
Yeah.
Coaching football, no disrespect to Nate or anybody, or, Jerry, anybody coaches, but there are more than one way to do it. And what we fell into is sort of, the executive, recruiting is changing. It's an evolving process, but now that you throw in the transfer portal and NILs and the rest of that stuff,
it's a whole different world.
I was watching leading up to the home opener for Colorado when they had Lil Wayne leading the team out there.
Oh yeah.
All the rappers and celebrities associated with the program. If I'm a recruit, I can go do that, or I can look at, Nick Saban scowling at me, hollering at folks. That's a pretty easy decision, man.
Easy. And as you're seeing, you're seeing a swing of power away from Alabama.
Well, I think
do I go there and sit for 4 years to play one?
Well, the other thing, too, is I think what you'll see as Deion and some of these coaches go in there and do their thing, it's interesting because we're here at Pinecrest, which is a prime example. I think what you're always going to see is systems that players want to play in, which means they're going to let their defenders get downhill. Mm-hmm. They're going to open it up on offense and try to feed everybody. And, it's a lot easier to get buy-in from guys like that than if you're, playing it close to the vest, you're running the veer, doing stuff like that. That might be effective schematically.
Yeah.
But, if players have a choice, they want to go someplace and try and hang 70 on somebody.
I agree.
All right, that's going to bring us to 0-0 or triple zeros. And Pinecrest gets out of here on homecoming with a 49-7 W over Southern Lee, who was a game opponent particularly in the first quarter, and was running toe-to-toe with Pinecrest, but things just sort of spiraled out of control. Southern, like I said, losses like this don't impact their state hopes as they move on in through the rest of the season. Nate, that doesn't mean much to these guys as they get on the bus, though, does it?
No, especially coming down here, getting beat up pretty bad. Knowing that you could sit and run with these guys for a while, though, definitely makes a difference.
Yeah.
First quarter moral victories are kind of baloney for a lot of things. But
and Fred Blanks is going to tell you they don't play. They don't play for moral victories. They're Southern, and he means that. A lot of guys give lip service. They like to talk about Marine Corps football. They are very, results driven over there.
Right.
They're not going to like this. But they're going to come out next week, and whoever they've got lined up against them, they're going to fight them. And Southern, in the bigger picture, has 2 very meaningful games, and then they close with Lee County. 2 good results in 3 of those games. I say they dance.
Right. They've got a very good chance. And going in, Lee County bumbled against Union Pines last week, looked good against Hoke. So who really knows where we're going to come in with that? I mean, it's been an interesting last run here for Southern Lee as they get ready for potential playoffs.
We'll see. All right, Pinecrest, I said they were the class of the conference all along. Slow start.
Right.
They got to clean up some stuff at quarterback play, but they've got a weapon. They've got 2 weapons on the outside. Makai Carey, don't want to forget him. Elijah Melton, who comes with a little bit more notoriety, is a big, impossible to cover talent out there that they play wide. If they can get consistent delivery of the football down the field, they're going to be tough. The running game, man, you just plug them in. Zamir Spencer out tonight. That's a big deal for most schools. Well, we just roll out the next guy up. 27 carries for Chris Najum, 275 and 2 tutties. That's a night.
That's a night.
And you see that the future remains bright with these underclassmen because not just Najum, but you have Cody Hansen come out here who really provided a spark for this team, was able to deliver the ball down the field. Deep squad. Well coached. This is a great program. Nick Edens has picked up where Chris Metzger left off, and I tell you what, hard to not look at Pinecrest and say, hey, these are the favorites. Scotland's going to have something to say about
Scotland. Still got Lee County.
Still got a shot at this thing. They've got some work to do, and if they come out looking like they did in the first half, it's going to be problematic. If they come out looking like they did in the second half, nobody's going to beat them.
Right.
All right, so the Sandhills Conference up for grabs next week. I will be – Jerry, where did you say we're going to be next week? We're going to be right back here as Lee County travels, and that's a mammoth game.
Yeah.
Lee County looking to really, at this point, almost salvage their season. 4-2 is not a record Lee County's accustomed to. It's been 15 years since they were off to a start like that. Pinecrest looking to stay perfect. They go to 6-0 tonight. They'll be looking to go to 7-0 next week. Fun times, man. Can't imagine anybody I'd like to spend Friday nights with other than Jerry Chalmers, Nate Cochran. I'm Chris DeLambert. This has been your post-game show.
Brought to you by First Bank.
First Bank. There we go. Perfect. Tune in for the Coaches Show on Tuesday night. I'm Chris. This is Nate. That's Jerry. We're out. Peace.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. My name is Rich Trockton, and we are First Bank.
Mama.